I'm Lee Ainsworth and I am Trading and Product Manager at Advantage Travel Partnership. I'd applied directly to companies and also through agencies and found the position that I'm now in through an agency. The process was actually really quite simple. I found that the turnaround of people coming back was quite quick and really quite positive and upbeat, and got you more energised about actually the jobs that you were looking for. The information that you could get additionally was quite positive, as always. A job description doesn't quite paint the picture, so actually speaking to somebody about that and talking more in depth about it really helped to get you more energised about the job that you were applying for. I think after a certain amount of time that you've spent in one company, there comes a point where you actually just want to experience something different. It becomes a little bit stale, and you just find that you're in a place where everything's very familiar, and there comes a point where actually you want to push yourself out of your own comfort zone to meet new people and learn about how a new business works, one that obviously you don't really have any inside knowledge about. That was my main motivation for leaving. It was very much the autonomy. So the autonomy that was explained within a job description was the main factor that made me apply for the role, particularly here. And also, I think alongside that, obviously there are the benefits of working with certain companies, so the perks of the job. The money aspect wasn't so much of a motivation for me personally. Obviously, you want the wage to be competitive and be relevant to the role that you're applying for, but it was definitely more so something that was about to push me as a person. It was very specific down to product, but also something that linked to my past experience of the previous place where I'd worked for, and something that could really use as a bed and a foundation to build upon, but somewhere where I knew I was about to get pushed, to broaden your horizons, basically. Negative issues, I guess, is sometimes when you didn't receive fast responses, it almost leaves you a little bit on the edge of wondering, was it the way that something was worded within a CV? Was it, perhaps something that you weren't quite ticking the boxes for? In which case, what were those points, so that perhaps you can go away and fix that? Those were the negative parts about it. The positive sides, as I think, as I mentioned earlier, were more along the lines of speaking to someone and having that contact, and having somebody who actually took the time from an agency point of view to understand where your skills were best suited to, and therefore suggesting jobs that were relevant to what you wanted, but also matched, obviously, the company and the position that you were about to enter into. I think it goes back to what I'd mentioned before. It's down to the autonomy and having that freedom yet support to be able to go down your own path, but know that what you're doing is the right thing, given the guidance that you get from line management and also from management throughout the business, to know that your input is valued and that your ideas and opinions are taken seriously and valued. Ultimately, that's the reason why they hired you, is for that purpose. Travel. Travel is one of the main points. Outside of that, I think it's the challenging environment that we work in, given that We don't know where our customers are going to travel to. The end game is ultimately based around service and the fact that it's so fast paced. I think that those are the reasons that most people would probably give for working within the travel industry. Absolutely, the familiarisation trips. So being able to travel and actually explore and discover the world with that professional guidance and support that you receive when you're on a familiarisation trip. So whether that be from hoteliers showing you around and explaining the hotels that you're about to see, the airlines explaining how the airport and the aircraft actually work. I think the main part that you experience as a result of that is often the lack of knowledge and people having to either retrain and adapt their job roles in order to fill that in the interim. But I think, yeah, the biggest part is definitely the lack of knowledge and that input that somebody with the experience can bring to the business.